Hey friends, let's talk today about Skinbetter's AlphaRet Overnight Cream. So this is basically a treatment. Here I have the large bottle of it, which is a great value. So if you start by the 30 ml, then you're going to want to move up to this 50 ml once your skin gets used to it and you fall in love with it. AlphaRet Overnight Cream has been hailed by beauty influencers, bloggers, estheticians, and magazines as one of the best overnight treatment creams. So a lot of my clients are wondering, well, what's the hype? What's so great about it? And today I want to talk to you about why I love Skinbetter's AlphaRet. So some of the results that you're going to see with AlphaRet are basically much better skin texture, closed comedones, which is also called maturation arrest acne. And that's when your skin feels pebbly or you sort of have like a mild orange peeling and makeup just doesn't sit right and it sort of feels a little bit, it just doesn't quite feel smooth. It also helps with fine lines and retinol is a superstar for blemishes. So let's first talk about the ingredients and a little bit about the science in Skinbetter's AlphaRet. And then we'll go on to talk about how to use it. So the active ingredients in Skinbetter in the overnight cream is you've got their retinoid. Now their retinoid is ethyl-lactanol retinoate. And that is a very new retinol. It's really exciting. So we're really happy to see that in there. They also use an AHA, which is why it's called AlphaRet. So it's got glycolic acid. Now in this one, the regular overnight cream, you have 8% glycolic acid. In the intensive, which I will do a different video for, you're getting 10%. So if you start out with this one and you're just finding it's maybe not enough or you're, getting older like me and you want to bump it up a little bit, then we go to intensive. So another great thing that makes this a super powerhouse is that it has a lot of antioxidants in there. So they actually have niacinamide, superoxide dismutase, which is one of my absolute favorites, vitamin E and ubiquinone, and that just really helps again with pigment. And then it's also super anti-inflammatory. So there are also moisturizers in there as well. So if you're not dry, you can just get away with using the AlphaRet and not a moisturizer on top. So the moisturizing factors that are in the AlphaRet are glycerin, squalane, which is the best, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, linoleic acid, shea butter, and panthenol. So you've got this really incredible product in one, and I know it seems a little spendy, but honestly, it packs everything in there. So let's look at a few of the key active ingredients. So the star ingredient of Skinbetter AlphaRet is their retinol, which again is ethyl-lactyl retinoate, and that is a conjugated retinoid. So that means it's a molecule that comprises a retinoid and an acid, lactic acid, and it's a novel new retinoid. So the point of this is that it wants to overcome the problems of retinoid use, which is irritation. So if you've tried, say, tretinoin from your doctor, I mean, it can be brutal. I can't use tretinoin, and lots of us. I have rosacea, so lots of us with damaged skin or reactive skin, tretinoin is just not for us. So it's going to give you similar results to tretinoin because it's got the lactic in there, so it's going to penetrate deeper, but it's not going to give you those retinol uglies. And then, of course, it's got glycolic acid. And glycolic acid is what's called an alpha-hydroxy acid, and it's derived from sugarcane. So when you go in to get a chemical peel, usually they're doing a very high glycolic acid. This one, of course, is much lower at 8%. 30-40% is what you're going to probably get it when you go to an actual wellness clinic or spa to get a treatment. So again, this one is this level of glycolic is perfect for daily use. It helps with acne, hyperpigmentation, and just that overall fresh glow. Antioxidants, of course, have been like a huge buzzword in skincare for a long time. Essentially, antioxidants are a group of substances that prevent and reverse free radical damage. So what are free radicals? Well, these are things that you're seeing in the environment like sun exposure, pollution, smoke, stress, wind, anything where it's going to take a toll on your skin. And the antioxidants in skincare products help to combat damage by free radicals. So for example, vitamin C is incredible for helping to mop up any UV that your sunscreen is kind of missing. So I'll go over this in another video, but in your morning regimen, make sure you have some vitamin C in there because it's going to really help protect you during the day. Now, this product does also have a little bit of vitamin C, but again, we're using it at night and we're using it to rejuvenate and replenish the skin. Okay, so another one of my favorite superstar ingredients is green tea, and I have it in my own serum, and I really love it for things like rosacea, for acne. It's basically an inflammation buster. So I know you've probably read if you drink a certain amount of green tea every day. I mean, I even give it to my dog. I have decaf green tea that I brew for her and give to her. But in skincare, it's fantastic. It's used quite a lot in Asian skincare, and because it's just such an incredible all-around amazing product. So it's super anti-inflammatory. It's a super antioxidant, and it's really just going to help keep the skin plump and fresh and hydrated. And then, of course, they have hyaluronic acid, and they are using what we want them to use is high molecular weight hyaluronic acid, because that's the one that doesn't cause your skin any issues. So there's a little bit of that in there. And then they also have ceramides, which are incredible for, again, just keeping your skin moisturized and healthy. Okay, so our final take on why Skinbetter AlphaRet Overnight is such a widely talked about product and why people love it so much. It just has this incredible mix of antioxidants, anti-aging ingredients, skin rejuvenating ingredients, and people generally can tolerate the product no problem. Like I have rosacea, I had no problem using it. Normally when I have a client in, I'll tell them, you know what, let's start every second night. But most people by the first week are just using it every night. So that's fantastic. Again, you're getting that retinol, and you're getting some glycolic, and it's helping with your skin turnover, and you're not going to see that same irritation. So it's a real multitasker. And again, if you don't need a moisturizer, you can go ahead and skip your moisturizer, but you can also add a moisturizer. So when we talk about results, the majority of my clients using AlphaRet, I always try to say to people, wait 8 to 12 weeks. As long as you're not having any problems or irritation, we want to wait 3 months because skin takes that long to turn over so that we actually see those results. But most people on AlphaRet are kind of, I check in with everybody 4 weeks and they're already seeing improvements. So the things that you want to look for is a reduction in the closed comedones. So you're getting a smoother appearance and feel to your skin, and you're going to have reduced pigmentation. And hopefully, if you get any hormonal acne, you're seeing a reduction there as well. So how to use. So you're going to want to incorporate AlphaRet into your nightly regimen after cleansing and toning. If you tone, you certainly don't need to tone. But if you do, then you're going to want to apply it in a light layer, and you're going to leave it on for 5 minutes. And then you can follow up with moisturizer. So remember, what I really want to make sure is that you know that you're getting all of your exfoliating acids in this product. So if you're using other things like mandelic acid, salicylic acid, please be mindful that you're already using a glycolic in this. So one, you don't need any other products with glycolic. So unless we're gonna, have 1 day a week where we take a rest on the AlphaRet and maybe add in a different exfoliating product, which we can do, and we can talk about if you need help creating your regimen. I'm happy to help you do that. Because I actually do that. I have Super Exfoliating Saturday where I skip all my other products and just do like a glycolic. So that is something you can do. But for simplicity's sake, just remember that you don't need certainly nothing else with glycolic. And if you're using salicylic or something like that, if you're using salicylic or mandelic acid, we want to do that at a different time of the day. So say you're using like an acne pad or something like that with salicylic and mandelic, which are combined together are absolutely killer for acne. So that would be my favorite. And you can shop Clear Skin Collective for that. And I will also do a video on that as well. Anyway, so you would want to use that in the morning. So you don't want to be using a bunch of exfoliating products and then putting the AlphaRet on over that. So keep it really simple at night. This has everything you need for nighttime. Again, it's a little spendy, but you know what? You're getting like 6 different products in one. So that's what you're going to want to do. And then in the morning, you can go ahead and do your normal regimen. I don't necessarily think people need to cleanse in the morning, especially if you're just using something like AlphaRet. It's not even remotely occlusive. So, if you're using an overnight sleeping mask, something like that, then yes, maybe we need to cleanse. But for morning, I just like to splash water and then go on with my regimen. So remember that. You don't need to cleanse in the morning, and AlphaRet should be used at night. So yeah, just remember again that you're getting all your exfoliating acids in this product, so you don't need to add any other ones. And if you're using something like salicylic and mandelic or anything else like that, you want to use that at opposing times. So I would either suggest that you go ahead and use salicylic mandelic in the morning, like if you're acne prone. If you're not acne prone, you don't need any more exfoliation. You've got everything in the retinol, in the AlphaRet. If you are acne prone, then like I said, you'll probably want to use like the Clear Skin Collective mandelic salicylic pads. Those are incredible, like absolute Harry Potter magic for slaying acne. So you'd want to use that in the morning, and then you'd want to use this as your retinol at night. The other way you can do it is you could do one and one. So one night you could do AlphaRet, and the other night you could do your other exfoliating product. I like people to, the thing with retinol is it's not, let's add a whole bunch at once. The thing with retinol is that you want to have it in as much as you can. So 6-7 times a week with retinol is much better than using a stronger retinol once or twice. So that's, another great thing about the AlphaRet is that it's not going to irritate you. So you should be able to use it 6-7 times a week, right away. And remember, in the morning, you don't have to cleanse. I always talk about this. There's absolutely no reason to cleanse your skin in the morning unless if you're wearing a sleeping mask, like a really occlusive sort of sleeping mask, or you're slugging or something like that, then yes, you'll want to cleanse. Otherwise, just splash your face with water and go on with your morning regimen. So one more quick thing I wanted to do is just show you the texture of AlphaRet. So hopefully you can see this here. And that's one amazing thing. I mean, there are a lot of amazing things about Skinbetter, but all of their serums, how we're used to very watery serums? All of Skinbetter's serums, this one, their Even Tone, Maestro, they're all very creamy, but light. So they never feel like, again, occlusive or clogging, anything like that. They're just beautiful, creamy, light serums, which I actually love. So, they're not watery, sort of drippy. So again, if you have any questions or want me to help you create a regimen using Skinbetter or any products, just drop me an email or a DM. All the information is going to be linked below, so you can purchase Skinbetter through my product link below. And feel free to message me with any questions that you might have, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.